Hello, hello. Can we add also ours to the stage?
Hi, everyone.
Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm very happy to be here today and warmly welcome all participants and partners who have joined us today for the first online session of the Open Run Asia Hackathon, proudly organized by the BSV Association. My name is Marcin Żetecki and I'm Head of Developer Relations at BSV Association. And I'm honored to co-host this opening session together with Oscar Oskarsson, Managing Director of the BSV Association, and Rohan Sharan, Darren in BSV Association. You need to know that today this is our first short session to introduce Open Run Asia Hackathon. We'll also have the chance to meet many more team members of BSV Association during incoming sessions. The Open Run Asia Hackathon is more than just competition. It's a launch pad for real-world solution built on scalable blockchain technology. Whether you are a developer, designer, or student, this is the chance for you to build something awesome. The vision behind this event is empower creators, builders to solve the real problems using BSV technology, which is public permissionless layer 1 blockchain. Today, we will introduce you the Open Run Asia Hackathon. It's, as I mentioned, this is our first session in terms of Open Run Asia Hackathon as a whole project. But the main event will be 23rd of October. It's a kickoff where we introduce the hackathon, introduce the team, introduce everything. Right now, I would like to hand over to Oscar Oskarsson, the Managing Director of the BSV Association. Oscar, the stage is yours.
Thanks, Martin. Very excited to be here. Very grateful as well, because this is also just the start of something new, right? So the Open Run is a new vision that we want to go forward for all our hackathons going forward. And I'm very happy and proud that also the first one is then focused on participants and together with partners in Asia. So it's really exciting new start. So let me give a quick background on myself, and then I'll give a quick intro on the BSV Association. But I won't keep it too long because you just get bored. Time is scarce. So my name is Oscar Oskarsson. I've been in the blockchain space for about 2 years. Before that, in financial services and education. And since January, I'm at the head of the association together with my brother, Siggy Oskarsson. He's the CTO. So we have sort of a joint leadership, which is very valuable because on one hand, I can focus on education and awareness and partnerships, whereas the technology is not to be underestimated. We've made some amazing progress over the last couple of years from a technology perspective. So the two go hand in hand, essentially. So that's why I'm very happy to have a joint leadership there for the association going forward. And one thing we've been trying to do is just open up more, and hence also the Open Run. Make sure that people are aware of BSV, the blockchain itself, and the amazing capabilities that it has. It's secure, it's stable, and it's massively scalable. And that scalability we've seen with the new node software that has proven to do over 1 million transactions per second. And you may think yourself, well, who needs that actually? But that's actually the point of this hackathon as well. So the 2 tracks that we have in this hackathon are 2 tracks that, if successful, will need massive scalability. If you want to do online payments, if you want to do real world tokenizations, if you want to do machine to machine interactions, you're going to need scale, and you're going to need it at low cost. And that's where the beauty of BSV blockchain comes in. So I'm very excited to see what comes out of this. It's obviously still early days. We're just in week 2 or 3 of registrations, and it will really kick off in 2 weeks. But I'll be keeping a close eye to everything going on in the space. And then towards BSV Association. So BSV is a public blockchain, right? So anyone can build on it. Anyone can start processing transactions. And we are the nonprofit based out of Switzerland that is advocating for it. So we do that through education, partnering with universities, doing seminars, online webinars, We do that through awareness, be it on events, conferences, or just established partnerships with technology partners such as Aerospike and Halborn, or with conferences or local blockchain associations. And we're continuously growing those partnerships. And the other part is really the developer, the technology, because that's at the core of everything, right? So we're focusing not only on improving the node software, bringing it into the next paradigm shift, but also how can we make it easier for anyone to build on BSV? Because as you may be aware, it's a Bitcoin protocol, so it's all Bitcoin script, which historically may be a bit intimidating or a bit hard to get started with. And that's where we see our role to make it easier for everyone to build on it. We do that by building out libraries, demos, reference implementations, and helping not only the existing BSV ecosystem, but also anyone interested in building on BSV. That's why Martin and Rohan have such crucial roles to connect the dots between us as an association and so many countless talented developers out there. So I'm very excited about this start, and it's just the beginning. So as I said, gonna keep a close eye on this. Very excited about everything that's going on, and happy to hand it back to Martin and Rohan now for the real stuff that you're really gonna learn something about what's scheduled for Open Run. So thanks for everyone for joining.
Thank you, Aus. Thank you for that. And as mentioned, this is not the first session and the first Open Run Asia event. This is we are planning many more this type of events next year. So, but before I hand over to Rohan, I want to answer the question why it's worth to join the Open Run Asia Hackathon. So the first one is the networking and visibility. So you have a chance to meet other builders, mentors, the leaders of the industry, and also you have a chance to share your ideas, get the feedback for us, and also you have a chance to gain visibility for your projects, and also build cool networking with us. The second one is learning and building. This is very important because we are planning few sessions where we teach you how to build decentralized application based on BSV blockchain. You can use this knowledge to build your own application in among the two thematic tracks, which also I was mentioned, like payments and real-world asset tokenization and machine-to-machine economy. The next one, it's prices. The prices is also key, one of the key important things on this type of event, each hackathon. But we don't offer you only the money. We offer also our knowledge, our expertise. We offer you our feedback, and we will be very happy to work with you if you decided that you want to move from your POCs to MVP and after that go to market. We are looking for many new projects in our ecosystem. And the last one is BSV technology. As I was mentioned, BSV blockchain is public permissionless layer one blockchain. It's very scalable and low transaction fees. As you know, you are the builders, you are developers, you work in IT industry, and you know that each application has functional, non-functional requirements. For instance, you want to build the centralized application using million transactions every day, or you want to build the application where you proceed million transactions every week. So you need very cheap fees for this transaction, or you need tokenized real world assets. So you need blockchain which support tokenization or tokens. And BSV blockchain is very fit for these requirements and can cover very well. So if you learn BSV blockchain, believe me, you can cover and implement many applications. So right now, I want to hand over the microphone to Rohan, who will introduce you from helicopter perspective for overview the hackathon. So Rohan, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Martin. So we are very excited to bring you the Open Run Asia Hackathon. And I'm going to introduce all of the different events, the workshops, and the plan for the hackathon, along with the timelines that are there and that we have set for you to participate. There are two tracks that the hackathon is going to have. The first one is 402 payment required. This is the track for micropayments and tokens or tokenization products to be created to pay and transfer tokens or money in exchange for data or any other uh, token that could be created. And with this, what we are envisioning is you create the next generation of devices, AI agents, getting paid autonomously for with micropayments, or autonomous systems that are connected with the blockchains and the tokens and the payment layer of the blockchain. And we would provide you the tools in the upcoming workshops and the techniques of how to go about doing this, how to leverage the BSV blockchain to achieve such a requirement, which is quite inbuilt into our protocol stack. And the next track is 426 upgrade required. These are both HTTP error codes that were there and that have been enabled by the BSV blockchain to provide payments in exchange for transfer requests of data. And in upgrade required, the focus is to have an autonomous machine to machine economy created. Again, the theme is to build IoT devices, AI agents, or autonomous systems. And with this one, we are able to have integrations with different machine protocols that already exist and are industry standards to be integrated with the BSV blockchain. And with these two tracks, I would invite you to form different teams, to have different ideas generated, and to register as a team in the hackathon. Initially, when you register, you can register solo, but you can form your teams later and select one of these two tracks to proceed from. The prizes we have available for you is a first prize of $7,000 for whoever is the overall winner, which could be from any track. The second prize is $3,000 for the second runner-up, and the third prize is for $2,000. Besides that, we have set a separate prize for each track of $1,000, which is based on community vote for runner-up as the fourth place position in each of the tracks. And that ensures at least one track always has a winner. So we make sure to give that. And besides that, you also get a lot of visibility, collabs that are possible in the industry companies that are out there who are also watching the results of the hackathon, and recruitment proposals. You could get job offers or internship offers from different companies in the ecosystem as well. The event structure is laid out in a manner that we are going to enable you to learn while you're building. We're going to have workshops. So right after the kickoff session that happens on the 23rd, or 23rd of October, we're going to have use case design session. Then the development phase will begin. And there are multiple workshops in each of these phases. So the first phase is the use case design, in which we would have you create a white paper for the project as a team and submit the white paper. And the white paper is going to not just have the research behind your idea and the background, the technology stack, the database schema design, the architectural API schema design, the specifications of it, and all the modules and how you think or plan to structure your project. All of that is to be submitted at the end of your use case design phase. This phase is the most critical phase, in my opinion, because it helps you to structure your project seamlessly afterwards. In development phase, you actually go into coding and achieving that design that you laid out of how to achieve this application and the use case that you set out for. That would go on for another 2 weeks. And the last week after that is given for testing and presentation, because you would need to submit videos, proper documentation, and presentation along with your submission in order to qualify. And then we would take about 2 weeks to get back with the results, doing analyzing all of the projects that we have received for submission. It is an Asia-wide hackathon, and I invite you all to participate for all these prizes. And the schedule for the webinar is on your screen as follows. 23rd of October, we launched the hackathon. The first workshop and the second workshop are back to back on October 25th and 26th, which is a weekend. That's when we believe most of you would have time to participate in the hackathon. And it's a remote hackathon, so there is no compulsion to be there in a particular region. You can all join remotely for these workshops that happen, in which we teach you to learn about the BSV application architecture, how to architect BSV applications on the blockchain, how to create wallets, how to have apps developed, how to create the front ends, how to create the back ends in the proper way using the BSV blockchain wallet ecosystem. On November 1 and 2nd, which is the next weekend, we have the two sessions on use case design and use case development. In use case, we focus on what are the technologies and what are the techniques you can use to complete your white paper submission successfully. How to get the API specification, what are the requirements for submission of the API specification and the database schema, and the architecture diagrams that are a requirement for the completion of the use case phase, design phase. And then we go into the development, which we would be there having development doubts clearing sessions. Wherever any team is facing any issues, we'll be helping you guys to connect and have that resolved. We'll be live on Discord as well to help you and aid you whenever there is an issue. There is an issue section. You can raise an issue or ask on the mentor channel as well, where mentors are available to help you throughout the process of the hackathon. Initially, right after the kickoff, and right after you join the hackathon registration as well, which will be shared at the end, you are expected to join Discord, where is the real live communication happening of the hackathon news and announcements. And that's where we would request you to form any teams at the team formation channel, request other people to join and join your team, suggest the idea, find for partners who are having complementary skills. If you are front end, get a back end developer. If you are not having any blockchain experience on your team, get a blockchain experienced developer and collaborate and create a team which is having complementary sets of skills. Each of those skills have a role in Discord already assigned. As per the moment you join, you select the reactions and that assigns you the roles to each of your skill based roles. So other people can know what skills you have and they're able to DM you and connect with you to create teams for the hackathon. And then when you have formed a team successfully, I would request you to add a message as a team captain in the team registration channel with the name of the team members, the topic idea, and that will register you as a team. This is to be done before the third workshop when the use case design finishes. Before that, you should already have the team formed, submitted, registered in the team registration. We'll create a dedicated channel for your team as well when you have joined and registered as a team. And with that, we would complete all of the workshop phases. The advanced phase is the last workshop that would be done after the use case design, which is for smart contract development. We'll teach you how to develop smart contracts on the BSV blockchain, and that will be required by some of your projects, if not all of them. So for those that would go into deep dive into custom smart contract requirements for any project, you could attend that session and have that skill to be able to do that. The key deadlines that are there for the hackathon and the timelines are as follows. On November 9 is when we have the design phase deadline. On November 15 and 22, we have two doubt clearing sessions each of the weeks of the development phase to have you clear any doubts that you have. On November 23rd is the deadline for the development phase. And the final submission is on November 30th. This is with all the video, presentation, and documentation for the projects. That is the final deadline. That gives you about 5 weeks from the date of beginning of the kickoff session. And the final announcement of the winners will be on December 17th, when we will have a demo day or live presentation of the winners of the hackathon. The use case design phase, as I was telling you about, is the most critical, in my opinion, because it is going to structure your entire project and the way you're going to build the project. So all the decisions, the key decisions for the project are going to be made and locked in this phase. So I encourage you to take it the most seriously. And I've seen in my past experience, having worked with many projects, submitting in hackathon, if you get the design right, most of the things on the development side becomes quite easy. And that's why we have made sure to keep that phase separately there in this hackathon. The technical stack to be used for the hackathon is to build the application on the BSV blockchain as the foundational layer for all transactions, all blockchain related facilities. The data querying is provided through what's on chain APIs, which is the blockchain explorer for the BSV blockchain. It has its own set of APIs to query or submit transactions. Submitting of transactions happen through the ARC endpoints that will be provided in the workshop sessions as well to you to broadcast transactions through your wallet. The token protocols, which will also be covered in dedicated workshop sessions, are the OneSat ordinals and the push drop tokens. We'll go and dive deeper into the different protocol stacks that we have. The smart contract language to be used is the TypeScript language based compiler called Script. The framework support is you can choose any framework. It can be React, it can be Svelte, it can be Angular, it can be any framework which is all compatible with the protocols and the SDKs that we have provided to you. This hackathon is focused on the Asia region, and we invite participants to join from any of the countries in Asia, which could be India, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, South Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, UAE. Any of these countries, you are invited to join. There would be other region specific hackathons of Open Run dedicated to that region later on. But this one is focused on the Asia region, and we invite all developers in Asia to join us for this hackathon. Register at the link in the description of the video, or you can also scan the QR code that I have just displayed on screen. You would see the QR code on screen on the video right now. Please scan it, and I will take you to the registration page for the hackathon. We'll have all the details. Register as an individual, mark whether you're part of a team, mark your skills, register at the hackathon, and we're looking forward to have you in the hackathon kickoff session that happens on 23rd of October. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rohan. Thank you. Thank you. So I think we cover everything in this first hour session. Before we close the session, we have also 3 questions from our community. So I tried to use StreamYard and put this question here. So let me check that we can do that. Yes. So the first question was: will the stream explain all the resources and support available for participants, or it is more of an overview? So it's a more than overview of Open Run Asia Hackathon. I think we cover all details of the event. If you have any more questions, if you want to reach out to us, please use the Discord. So first, you need to register, as Rohan mentioned on the screen and mentioned a few seconds ago. After that, please join to the Discord, and then you can ask the question us directly, me and Rohan. And also, as Rohan mentioned, 23rd of October, we will have the kickoff. It will be the main session where we introduce Open Run Asia Hackathon once more and presenting more about the BSV blockchain technology. Rohan, would you like to add something to this question, or can I go to the second one?
Let's go to the next question. I think we answered that very well.
Okay, so let's see the second one. This is it's very cool. Do you think this hackathon will reveal the killer app for Web3? So maybe from my perspective, who knows? It depends how many participants hackers do we have, and what they are figure out. But for my perspective, the thematic track is very cool, and I think you can create really cool application around the tokenization, payments, and also uh, around the machine-to-machine transaction, where you can using IoT devices with AI agents. So I'm very exciting and believe that we can find killer app in this event. Rohan, your thoughts?
Yeah, we are expecting killer apps to come. Um, the registrations we are expecting is going to have very good. The tracks we have laid out is focused on the future. As you can see, it's based on AI agents, IoT devices, and the data economy. So we are looking at killer apps coming from this hackathon.
Yeah, correct. And we were thinking a lot about the thematic tracks, and we choose two of them. But I think it, they are the best one uh, which we discuss. And I'm a big fan of IoT devices and AI agents, and I think you can build really cool application around this in this thematic track. Okay, so let's see the last question. Okay, who do you think benefits most from BSV scaling, startups or enterprises? So for me, everyone. It can be startup, it can be enterprises, it can be very small project. The biggest beauty of the scale is that everyone can use this technology to resolve the real world problems. And I think technology shouldn't limit your imagination, it shouldn't limit your ideas. So I believe that anybody can use this technology to resolve the problems. Rohan?
Yes, I believe it's a general ledger that supports startups, enterprises equally. As you see, there is a lot of costs in most layer one blockchains, and BSC blockchain is the only layer one scaling blockchain which is cost efficient. So it makes it easy to develop applications for startups. Even startups have the requirements for scale that is required, which is provided by the BSC blockchain. And enterprises for sure benefit as well. They do have direct scaling requirements, but startups also to compete, they have enough of a requirement that most of the layer one scaling blockchains are not able to fulfill that. So yeah, the answer is
And
all.
also I want to add that we choose the second thematic track like machine-to-machine transactions economy because in this particular thematic tracks you need proceed 1,000 million transactions. That's why the scaling is very important, and also the low transaction fees is very important. So we believe that using BSV can support this idea. So yeah, so I think all question on this session. If you want to ask more question, you can use Discord, or you can ask directly also in the X. So in BSV Association profile. Okay, so I think we can close this session. It takes 30 minutes, so it's quite good time. And we want to invite you to the kickoff session, 23rd of October, also in the same same source on the YouTube. So once more, thank you very much. I was happy to be here today with you and with Rohan and Aus, and see you the kickoff session. Rohan, you want to say?
Yep. That's all, guys. Thank you very much. We invite all of you to join if you're from Asia for the hackathon. Make sure you join in the description link below or scan the QR code, and we'll see you at the kickoff session or see you on Discord. Bye, everyone.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next time. Bye bye.